Welcome, Storm Chasers, for the third episode of Stormwatch. I'm your host, Dakota Storm. Tonight we have a special guest. She can't be here tonight, but she's commented on my Facebook page. She's sent me emails, so we're going to have her in a few minutes on the show. Her name's Lori Burt, so in a second we'll introduce her. But first, I have to kind of apologize at our early start. I've been sick, my allergies have been bugging me, so it's kind of up in the air right now with me. But tonight, we have another email, we have Lori Burt on the phone, and we also, tonight, of course, I'm going to talk about present, past, and future of the Storm Brothers. So, let's start with the Storm Brothers, with the past, present, future. The past, well, I've been sick, I can't do much right now. My brother's been in St. Louis, Missouri on his job up there. He's having fun. I'm going to hopefully get him on the phone one day so he could be on this show with you guys, with the Storm Chasers. For the present, well, right now, we've been in a bumpy road. There's some things happening at his job, and hopefully, we'll be back on shows again. Right now, it's up in the air. We can't promise you guys we'll be at any shows except for UWE in Tahlequah, Oklahoma, which, by the way, my brother will be February 11th in Tahlequah. It's at the Cherokee Fairgrounds across from the casino. Guys don't want to miss it. It'll be an excellent show. He's one-fifth, I think you want to say that, of the new commission. And of course, my split personality is also on that. I'm going, like I told you guys in the past, I'm going to try to keep him in as much as possible. He's not going to be in the show ever. I promise you guys that. Now for the future, of course, like I said, bumpy road right now, but we promise you guys, the Storm Brothers are not going to be buried. We will rise to the occasion when we can and not let you guys down. So let's move on to our special guest. Like I said, our special guest, she's a big fan of wrestling. She actually has a internet talk radio show, which she'll plug that if she wants to. She goes by Granny Hulkster. So let's please welcome Lauren Burt. Lauren, are you on the phone?
Dakota. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me on your show tonight. I really appreciate that.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for being on the show.
Oh, awesome. Glad to be of assistance to you. You know, you've always helped us out on our show, and I'll talk about that here shortly. And Storm Chasers, yes, as you know, Dakota said, my name is Lori Burt. I live in Springdale, Arkansas, and I have been a huge wrestling fan as long as I can remember.
That's awesome. Tell me, who's some of your biggest wrestling fans, or biggest favorite wrestlers, I should say, independent in pro wrestling?
Well, let's see. Let's start with the independent here. I'm a big, huge fan of a lot of guys at Traditional Championship Wrestling. I like Matt Riviera. I like Jacob Kilgore. I like Bull Schmidt. I used to be a really big Jeff Jett fan for TCW, but lately, you know, his attitude's been kind of not so sure what's going on with Mr. Jeff Jett, you know, so I have kind of shied away from him. Had the opportunity to meet Jay Lethal at TCW back in October, Harley Race. I got to meet Fit Finley in December down in Clarksville, Arkansas, which was a huge privilege. I also got to meet Jerry the King Lawler back in April of 2011.
Wow.
At Throwdown in Downtown 5, which was a huge honor. You know, not only am I a big wrestling fan, but my husband, David Burt, and my son, Anthony Watkins, is who I believe sent you a question on your last show. You know, a couple questions on your last show. He sent you an email. we all love wrestling, and we're planning on going to see TCW February 4th, Boonville, Arkansas, at the Boonville National Guard Armory. Hacksaw Jim Duggan's going to be making an appearance at that show.
Cool.
I love Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Let's get to the professional side. Like I said, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I love John Cena. I'm a big John Cena fan. Rey Mysterio, Randy Orton. I mean, the names could go on and on and on.
Yeah.
But, I'd like to just take a few minutes to kind of plug our radio show, what you mentioned earlier.
Oh, go right ahead.
Storm Chasers, if you've never listened to us, we do an internet radio show on Blog Talk Radio every Wednesday and Sunday night at 10 p.m. Central Time called My New Age Wrestling Radio. I am one of the hosts of that show. Dakota has been on our show several times. And so when he, contacted me, we've been talking back and forth, and I said, hey, anytime I can help you out, help you on your show, just let me know. Well, he contacted me today, and earlier today, and so here we are. We're just hanging out, talking wrestling, and just having a good time.
Well, again, thank you for being on the show. It means an honor that I have Storm Chasers like you and the fans who will be willing to call in and even email me too. Again, if you guys fans want to email me, you can do it at stormbros@hotmail.com. Again, ask me any question you want. Just want to say hi or whatever. I'll reply, and I will even read them on here on Stormwatch. Speaking of that, we do have an email, and I want your opinion on this, Lori, sorry.
That's okay.
His name is Joshua Buxton. He sends a question. Explain to me what a square circle is in wrestling. Before I answer on the wrestling side of what I do, I want your opinion on it. What do you think?
Well, squared circle, a lot of that has been a terminology used in this wonderful sport of wrestling as long as I can remember. To me, and I know, we're talking wrestling here, but just kind of picture in your mind, Storm Chasers, I know you all probably have been to a circus when you were younger, and you always heard the terminology three-ring circus. Well, your center ring is like where the main attraction takes place. So, getting back to the wrestling side, Dakota, you naturally have your ring. You have your ring set up. Your ring is in a square. But if you've ever noticed, Storm Chasers, when you're watching any kind of wrestling match, whether it's independent, professional, you will see a wrestler start maybe running around inside the ring. They don't run. They don't make a square when they run inside that ring. They make a circle when they run. They run in a circle. So to me, the squared circle, the wrestling ring is a square, the wrestlers run in a circle, and as I said, it's just become a terminology with wrestlers through generations. So to me, that's what it means to me.
That's actually the closest have anybody has ever said. And she's right, Joshua Buxton. If you imagine, and I'll even do a visual. I'm not a good artist, but it'll work. If you imagine our ring is actually a square. Again, it's not the best. I'm not an artist. Can't blame me for that. I'm only Dakota Storm. I can't even spell correctly either, but that's not the point. So if you think about it, we don't walk in a square. We actually have to walk or run in a circle. So let's throw that away. That's bad already. But but if you think about it, like she said, it's either like you think of a circus. A three-ring circus is their main attraction. For us it's a square circle. That's our main attraction. That's what we go into every night to wrestle for you guys. Actually, some people don't care about you, but I do. You guys are the Storm Chasers. Me and my brother love you guys, and that means everything to us. Before we actually have to go, this is a short one tonight. Do you have any questions you want to ask me?
Well, Dakota, like I said, being the fan that I am, a huge fan, and I like to ask this question. This is one of my favorite questions to ask when we do our My New Age Wrestling Radio show to our special guests when we have our guests on the show. How important are the fans to you and your brother? What kind, or even Stu, tonight, since your brother couldn't join us, how much of an impact do your fans play at any kind of wrestling event that you might be doing?
Well, I think this was the same email, too, that I got sent on last week. But, to answer your question, the fans means everything to me and my brother. Without them, I wouldn't be in this business. My brother wouldn't be in this business. Yeah, we've been through hard times, rough times, but you guys, the Storm Chasers, you guys to support us, you guys cheered for us, and yeah, we've been through a rough road, and you guys even booed us. But put that all aside, you guys have shown us respect. I've said it millions of times on here. You guys showed us respect. We'll show you respect. But how much what was the other question again?
Well, just how much of an impact do the fans play? And it, when you go to the show, because I've always heard the terminology, a fan can make or break your show.
That is absolutely
I've heard that
true.
Terminology a lot.
That is very true. The fans can make and break the show. It can make or break the wrestler too. If you go out there and the fans don't care, you're not going to do your best. You won't give them your best. The fans make our paycheck. And for everyone that's out there that don't believe that, it's true. And independence, that's what makes us get paid. That's our job. Half the people, they just want to do it because they want to do it. Some people don't care about you. Again, I do, my brother do. Your money that you put out for us to go to the shows, that's us. You're the ones that makes our paycheck. And if you guys don't enjoy the show, you guys won't come back. It could tear a show down instantly. But our job is to make you guys happy. And that's all that matters. And that's what me and my brother will do every single night. I promise. No. I guarantee that would happen. I'm not going to let one Storm Chaser down, ever. Answer your question?
Well, yeah, it does. And I have actually one more question that I'd like to ask. I saw this at a TCW show one time, and I saw a poster that a little boy had made, and he had on the poster, "Wrestling is real, people are fake." So, how do you feel about that statement, Dakota? What is your opinion about that statement?
Well, people has actually came up to me, 10, 20, even 30 people. Oh, wrestling's all fake. It's all planned out. Fans, I promise you, this is not fake. This is 100% real action. I've almost broken bones. I've had my nose broken before. It's 100% real. And we put our body on the line every night. One false move, and we're done. But just remember, fans, what that poster said, wrestling is 100% real, or wrestling's real, people are fake. I don't fully agree with that, because some people are fake, but that's a whole different story, different line that we might get into next week. But it's true, 100% real is wrestling. You might not have to agree with me, or you can. It's your opinion, but I'm telling you, from a wrestling point of view, it's 100% real. If we didn't care for you guys, we wouldn't be out there to put our bodies on the line for you every night. But it is, what that poster is true. It is 100% real. Don't let anybody fool you. But that's my feeling on it.
Very well put. Very well put.
Before we go, you want to post your what's it called now? Talk radio show real quick again, one more time.
Yes, it is on Blog Talk Radio, and it's called My New Age Wrestling Radio, and we do our shows every Sunday and Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Central Time. Just, you can go to, look up on, it is an internet radio show. You can look it up on your computer. If you go to Blog Talk Radio and search My New Age Wrestling Radio, you can actually find some older episodes that we've actually done. Matter of fact, we just celebrated our one-year anniversary show back in December of 2011. And we actually did a New Year's Eve show in 2011 and bring in 2012. And on our New Year's Eve show that we actually did, or not the New Year's Eve show, I'm sorry, our one-year anniversary show, we actually inducted 5 independent wrestlers into our Hall of Champions, our class of 2011 Hall of Champions. And actually, Dakota Storm was one of our inductees that we inducted, along with the Outlaw Brian Black, Father Padge, Terry Pantera, and a gentleman that we lost, one of my great wrestling friends that passed away in June of 2011, the real deal Adrian Steele, was inducted into that class of champions for 2011, which I was very honored to be a part of that show that night. I enjoy doing the show. I enjoy working with such great wrestlers like Dakota Storm, the Outlaw Brian Black, Terry Pantera, Father Padge. Adrian was a great man. I mean, I can't say enough about Adrian Steele. I could not say enough about that man. He was one of the greatest wrestlers that I've ever known in this business. He was not only a great wrestler, he was a personal friend, but he was like family to me, just like Dakota has become like family to me. You know, Storm Chasers, when you get into this business of wrestling, and no, I'm not a wrestler, and I will admit that I'm just a huge fan, but I have been around the wrestling business a long time, that these wrestlers that you get to know, that you work with, they become part of your extended family. They become part of your family. And I am proud and honored to say that I include many of my wrestling friends part of my family.
Well, thank you very much. I was about to start crying there in a second. But again, we're out of time tonight. Again, remember, you can email me, stormbros@hotmail.com. You can find me on Facebook, Dakota Storm. You also find my brother, Damon Storm, on Facebook. We're always posting stuff. You also visit our website, stormbros.webs.com. Look up all of our schedule stuff. I'm Dakota Storm. This was Lauren Burt, or Lori Burt. Sorry again. This is Stormwatch. We love you guys.
They can also find Granny Hulkster on Facebook too.
Very true. Forgot about that. You can also find Granny Hulkster, like she said, on Facebook. We're always posting stuff. So I'm Dakota Storm. This is Lori Burt. This is Stormwatch. Love you guys.